Imagine going to a thrift store just to do some casual shopping and then seeing an emo-looking ghost and having it teleport next to you and making you physically ill. I had a terrifying experience today in Goodwill, of all places. Please help. Please, no jokes, I am frightened and I'm not a person who scares easily. I live alone and solo backpack deep into the woods for fun. I sleep like a baby, or I used to. Today I had one of the best days of my life. Things have really turned around for me and I was in a great mood. I love thrift shopping, so I decided to stop at Goodwill. While I was in the housewares aisle, I had the feeling that someone was watching me. I turned around and there was only one other person in the aisle at this very crowded Goodwill. She was very pale with dark hair and dressed in all black. She didn't have anything in her hands, she was not holding a purse, and she wasn't looking at anything except for me. Her eyes were incredibly dark. I was immediately uncomfortable. My first thought was, what is she doing here? She doesn't belong here. Then every cell of my body propelled me away from her at a lightning speed. This is when the thing that really bothers me happened. I walked away from her with my cart, and then I turned my head and she was besides me, just across the aisle. It was like she had teleported. It scared the shit out of me. I decided to leave. As I was going to leave the store, my niece and her family happened to walk in. I swear we don't have family reunions at Goodwill. This was a day of such strange coincidences. I do not believe in coincidences. I spoke to them briefly and then I left. The woman scared me, so I decided I just wasn't going to think about it anymore. I went about the rest of my day like normal until about an hour ago when my cell phone rang. It was my niece's husband, but the call wouldn't connect. That's not super unusual because I live in the woods, so I tried to call him on my home phone. That wouldn't connect either, and that is unusual. That's when I received the text from him that said, "Hey, really odd, I know, but do you remember a young woman dressed in black, emo style at the Goodwill today? Maybe 18 to 25? I had chills all over as soon as I read that, and I was instantly, viscerally terrified. I knew that he had seen her too. I tried to call again, and this time the call went through. He had the exact same experience that I had. The soulless yet soul-staring look, the teleporting, the dread, the desire to get away from her. He's a fully grown adult man with a full-time job and a family, and he typically would not be afraid of a random woman at Goodwill. I feel like it's important to mention here that my niece never saw her and thought her husband was crazy until I confirmed the story. I don't know what I saw. I don't know why my niece's husband saw it too, but she didn't. I don't know why it frightened us both so badly. I shut all of my curtains and blinds. I locked all of my doors. I lit some candles and asked for protection. I have been shaking. I'm 50 years old and I'm terrified. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Take your time. I'll be up all night. Update. I was not up all night. I lit white candles, sat by my windowsill, said a prayer, and went to sleep. I still have no idea what actually happened yesterday, but I'm going to go back to not thinking about it. It didn't come home with me, and that's enough for me. I also remembered another strange experience I had several years ago. I was in an antique store when I turned the corner and I saw a man that I instinctively felt was a ghost. I walked straight to the cash register at the front of it and I asked the man if they had a ghost in the store. I thought he was going to laugh at me, but instead he yelled to the woman in the back, "Marie, that ghost is out here bothering people again." The way that you saw something that was attached to an item in the aisle that you were in. I honest to God and truly think that you went down that aisle and something in that aisle that girl was attached to. And I feel like the closer you got to it, the closer she got to you. As far as to why it was only you and the other person who saw it, there could be a million reasons. You guys could be related to the person that might have done something or done her wrong. It could have been that you guys looked like the person that might have done her wrong and she was trying to recognize that feeling that she had. It could have been just as simple as every single man sees her and no women see her. I mean, there's endless possibilities. The thing for me that really, really gets me OP is that the phones. That's what really gets me. And I know that we as humans have the ability to do things that we don't think that we can, because we are made up of electricity. And we're spooky people here on this page, okay? So that's all we're doing, is passing these different types of biases around and different types of conspiracy theories, right? I wonder if your extenuating fear stopped the phone lines from going through. I know that kind of sounds silly, but really, I mean, our minds and our bodies and our energy is so exceptionally powerful. I am extremely curious to see if that is something that could actually happen. For me, it's the teleporting. It's the like turning to walk away and then all of a sudden it's right there. I would have been screaming. I would have been screaming. And I'm not a 50-year-old man, so I hope that helps. Hello, hi, if you're new here, my name is Riley, and I read you spooky, scary ghost stories daily for your entertainment. You're welcome. Yes, I do read spooky, scary ghost stories. I also have a whole bunch of other segments on my Tiki-Talkie on here. So maybe if you're not following me, give me a follow, a like, a share, a comment, a save, just some ideas. And I love you guys. I hope you have the best freaking stinking day ever. I freaking love you so freaking much. Okay, all right. I love you. Bye.